Hello, my friend. Welcome to Live Chats. I am so excited to hang out with you and talk to you about news articles, about beauty news articles and how bad they can be. Actually, today is not that terrible, but it's still problematic. There's still lots of problematic things happening in the beauty news space outside of our space, and I wanted to talk about it because we've never done a chat like this. We've never gone on. Well, what I did was I went to Google and I looked up makeup news. What could possibly go wrong? There's all kinds of weird stuff happening. Just like on YouTube, the news outlets that are available on Google, most of them used to be print magazines, some of them still are. They're trying to get your eyeballs just as much as YouTube videos are trying to get your eyeballs, and Instagram, everybody's just trying to get your eyeballs to pay attention to them so that they can get more ad revenue, so that they can make more money and still exist. So some of these titles, my friend, some of these titles are out of control. And some of the articles are also problematic and have issues. So we're going to talk about, I've recorded, I believe, 5 of them. They're all linked in the video description if you would like to skip ahead and see what we're going to talk about. They're all in the video description. You can click and see what the articles are. Before we get started, this is not just about me. It never is, because that would be boring, in my opinion. We invite the collective brain of makeup awesomeness, also known as the people that are here live in live chat. You can join us in live chat every other Sunday. It is at 10 a.m. Eastern, and then every other Sunday it's at 5 p.m. Eastern. At least as of now, that's the schedule. Things are going to change in April, May-ish. Things are going to change, but I'll let you know as that gets closer. I do want to give you a heads up that the Sunday of Easter, there will be no live chat and there will be no What's Up in Makeup that week. But let me stop rambling and talk to the people that are here live. So hello, Slick. So good to see you. Excited to see you. Hi, Tish. Good morning. I'm looking forward to you participating in chat as well. Thank you for being here. Hi, Teresa and the rest of the moderators. Thank you for being here. Steph and Flory and Audra, and John is once again not here because he's with the children at a volleyball tournament per every other week usual at this point. That will end in June when they will stop going to the volleyball tournaments. But God knows what we're going to get involved in the summer, so we shall see. But thank you, Teresa, for being here, and you stay warm. 4 degrees this morning in North Dakota. My goodness. Hi, Kim. Good morning to you. Welcome back. So happy to see you. Hi, Roya. Happy Sunday to you. Roya says, hi, Teresa. Is there a way to know what time live chat a day before? Okay, so it's every other week as of now. I also let you know in what's the day before. I try to let you know the week before. So next week is going to be at 5 p.m. Eastern. I try to let you know the week before, in the end of the live chat before. So right now it's every other week. So 5 p.m. this week. And then I think the next week is Easter. And then I'm not sure because I don't have my schedule in front of me. Sorry about that. Let's see. And Flory is here. Hi, Flory. Welcome to Sunday Chat. Hope everyone is doing well. Hello to Crystal. And I missed Mari. Hello. Good morning from sunny South Jersey. Oh. It was a nice morning this morning. I got up with the dogs because usually John gets up with the dogs, but he's not here. So I got up with the dogs and saw the sunrise and everything. It was nice, but I'm on my second cup of coffee because... Hi, Audra. Good morning, friend. Good to see you. All right, let's get into this topic. So the first article that I wanted to mention to you was actually the second search result. So when you Google something, you've Googled before, there's sometimes articles, but then they show like a more popular topic and they'll show multiple articles with like screenshots of like the homepage or whatever, or relevant photos that are on those articles. So I'm going to start with that one because apparently the most important thing happening in makeup news right now is a woman named Christina Hall's no makeup selfie. Apparently that is the biggest news we have going on, is a celebrity without makeup. And I will be honest with you, I did not know who Christina Hall was. I had to Google it. I will show you what this lovely lady looks like. This is what the page looks like. Christina Hall shares makeup-free selfie. Christina Hall posts rare makeup-free selfie and Instagram story. Christina Hall jokes mascara and lip balm would have helped in makeup-free snap. I will tell you, my friend, and we've talked about this before, but the number of freaking articles about celebrities with no makeup every week, it's a different celebrity with no makeup. And this is huge news because everybody wants to see what the celebrity looks like without makeup. I feel like we are starting to move a little bit away from this with Gen Z, with the Gen Z influencers and the younger millennials. Like, for example, we talked about in What's Up with Makeup today, Selena Gomez. I feel like she's pretty good at this, where, she posts a makeup-free face, but doesn't make a big deal about it. And I think it's because of the stigma of the makeup-free, specifically women's faces, that we have to wear makeup in public, and celebrity women especially have to wear makeup in public. And it's a problem. It's problematic. It's an issue. And I think that it's because it's been ingrained in us. And I don't blame Christina for this. And I don't even really necessarily blame the news outlets for this because it's ingrained in our society. So let me just show you another picture. This is the actual post. She says, ever have those days out and about running errands and catch a glimpse of yourself and then she's got a bunch of emojis that are not positive ones. Maybe a bit of mascara and lip balm would go a long way here. And my initial reaction, I will be honest, is probably, and I know that that's wrong. I know that that's problematic. I know that that is not, she's gorgeous. She's freaking gorgeous. Without makeup, she's gorgeous. We have this whole stigma that we have to have makeup on, and it bothers me that we are so obsessed with how someone looks with and without makeup, as far as, oh my gosh, they look like crap without makeup. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's an issue. So in the article, the subheading says, the HGTV star, that's where she's from, also shared her concerns with social media filters and gratitude that they didn't exist when she was growing up, which is another thing that we can talk about today, if that's something that is interesting to the people that are here. It says, that's just what the caption was. Hall has previously opened up about how being criticized online for her lifestyle and parenting affects her. She says, I allow myself a little time to be upset, and usually the things that upset me are when people make direct statements about things they have no idea about, she told people in January. Sometimes that'll really irritate me, and then I'll talk to my husband about it. And that's a whole nother issue that we can talk about. But I think what's problematic here is just the fact that we are so shocked by seeing a woman without makeup. And I think that, I think we might get better with it, but then with the filters, I think that adds another level of complexity there, because we're using these filters, and Gen Z, everybody's using these filters on, these apps, and it really can inspire confidence. It really can make you feel better about the way you look. I did the ghosts are disagreeing with me, maybe. I think they're disagreeing with me, the ghosts. Let me turn this down a tiny bit. Maybe that'll help. Because it was kind of bright anyway. All right. There's like a short in that light, I think. We like to call it the ghost, but it's a short in the light. What was I talking about? Oh, about filters making us feel a little bit better. But I just wish that we, as a society, could just embrace our natural faces and just be like, you know what? This is the way that I look. Maybe I like the way that I look with makeup on, but I look okay without makeup too. And I can go in public without makeup, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and see what you all are talking about. I'm sure that you guys have a lot of good takes. Yeah, Banana Noodle says, why is that even a story? It is a story every week. There is a new celebrity or multiple celebrities without makeup on, and a rare makeup-free selfie. I mean, you think about the grocery store aisles where you see the headlines, and it's, somebody on the beach and they don't look perfect. It's just I don't know. Is it a way to feel superior or feel like celebrities are just like us? Maybe that's it too. Tish has no idea who she even is. I hate no makeup headlines. Yeah. And this is a good point. Melissa says, plus, it is never truly no makeup. Come on. I feel like that one might have been. Don't you think? I mean, it looks like she has her brows done, but that could be microblading. That could definitely be microblading. Her lip color? I don't know. Maybe her lip, I don't know, but why would you purposely put on like a nude lip? Like, I don't know. Like, maybe. I mean, is that her natural lip color? I would think that they might be a little more pink than that. I don't know. I don't know. Who am I to judge? Who am I to judge? Hi, Dion. Dion says, I used to watch her show with her ex-husband. They had a messy public divorce, so I stopped watching. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't keep up with a lot of that stuff. Hi, Angie. Angie says, I think it's all about how we view ourselves without makeup. People say I look fine without it, but I don't feel fine without it. Yeah, I think that's part of it too. But do you think, Angie and other people, do you think that we will grow out of that as a society? Do you think at some point we'll be okay and that we won't view ourselves without makeup badly anymore? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll just have to wait and see. All the things that are societal, that are popular, that may not be as popular later, that may change the way we look at ourselves. Hi, Stephanie. Stephanie says, I'm thankful I got to discover makeup on my own and create my own judgment of beauty. I had friends growing up whose mom instructed them on how to do their makeup. My mom didn't find it necessary. Yeah, you know what's ironic is that my mom sold Avon when I was a kid, and she did not teach me about makeup. I learned nothing from my mother about makeup. Oh my gosh, at least that I remember. I remember figuring it out on my own. My mom was busy though. My mom worked a lot, and my dad worked a lot. I was home by myself a lot, and well, my brother was there, my great-grandfather was there, but the conversation was not. My brother's 5 years older than me, so we didn't really hang out when I got older. But yeah, my mom didn't really teach me about makeup that I remember. I don't remember. She's really good at selling it, though. She did really well with Avon. Yeah, see, this is so, oh my gosh, I love this point. Mountain High Nails says, it's annoying that brands have to sell us a problem to sell us a product. And I feel like that is such an important point, such an important point. I saw yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday, an ad on Instagram where it was an egg, right? Have you seen this? You take a raw egg and you put it in this little machine and you push a button and you go, bloop, 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 and the egg spins, right? And then you hard boil it. And when you peel it, it's all yellow inside. Like it's like scrambled in the egg. And it looks so cool. And I almost bought it. But why? Why do I don't need that. Who needs that? I just wanted to see the yellow egg for myself and to see if it actually works. But I don't need that. That is not a problem that needs to be solved. It's not. It's not a problem. It was because you're so right. You were so right. You're 100% right. Jess says, I have rosacea, so I need at least a tinted sunscreen and some mascara to leave the house. And I think there are so many people that have what people call a skin problem that feel like they need to put makeup on to leave the house. But it's like it's natural to have rosacea. It's natural to have acne. It's natural to have different things happening with your skin. That's just how your skin is. And I wonder if that'll be less stigmatized one day. I don't know. We'll see. I thought we're making progress on lots of different things that we were not apparently making progress on. So, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I can see where, because society doesn't accept people with skin discoloration or, whatever it is, the issue that people say that you have or you feel you have, I feel like sometimes it's just a level of comfort, and, people stare sometimes if you look different than what people are expecting to see. And you don't want to deal with that if you can help it. So I get that too, but I just wish it wasn't like that. Regarding filters, Michelle says, I feel like the filters make you feel better, but they make everyone else looking at the photo feel worse, especially when they are sneaky filters that aren't disclosed. Totally. Absolutely. 100%. 100%. And it's, yeah. I mean, I don't know how I feel about filters, to be 100% with you. I really don't. I don't know, because I see the point of they can make you feel more confident going on camera, but I also see the point of we should embrace who we are. I also see the point of deceptiveness and making other people feel bad. Like I see all of the points. So I'm like so on the fence when it comes to filters. So on the fence, 100%. 70 says, taught a lot of my friends to find beauty in themselves, and it's a choice to wear makeup. Yeah, totally. Roya, unfortunately, nowadays it takes bravery to post a picture without makeup, which is so freaking sad. Why does it have to be like that? Why? Liberty says, I'm glad I grew up without phones, computers, socials, etc. I got to grow up playing outside and coming up with things to do. I was actually talking to Phoenix about this the other day, and I was like, if I had Instagram when I was their age, I would have been so inappropriate. I would have been the 13 or 14-year-old in the crop top, like, I don't know if that's considered inappropriate, but in my adult eyes, thinking about what in my mind is appropriate for a 13 or 14-year-old, I see that as being inappropriate, but that would have been what I would have wanted the attention of trying to look pretty and getting compliments. That would have been my thing, and I think it would have messed me up. I genuinely do. Like, all the pictures of me that I took, like, with my camera with my best friend around that age are me posing in, like, you know, it was Fredericks of Hollywood clothes, which were it's a clothing, not lingerie. Definitely not lingerie. There was no lingerie, but they had a clothing store, Fredericks of Hollywood clothing store. And I got my jeans from there. I got tops from there. And I was like 13, 14 years old. I was definitely looking for attention in all the wrong ways. It wasn't about my heart. It was about trying to get physical attention, get people to tell me that I was pretty. And that is not a healthy way. I think it was bad enough with me doing that without social media. I can't imagine how detrimental that would have been to have had social media at that time for me. So that's a thing. That's kind of where I would be at. I'm glad that I didn't have that for my own safety and protection, because I don't think that I would have been responsible, because like I said, I did spend a lot of time alone and I didn't really have anybody monitoring what I was doing. I mean, I was, that age in like 90 and 91, like nobody was really paying attention to what I was doing as far as that kind of stuff. So yeah, I would imagine I would have not been responsible with social media at all. But anyway, all right, we need to move on to the next one, because we are already 17 minutes in and we're only on the first one. So the next one's really short. It's like, dude, okay, so this one is an InStyle article. I tried the $9 eyebrow glue 10,000 people are obsessed with, and it makes my sparse brows look much fuller. And there are so many articles like this where they hype up a product, and the whole hook is, what is the product? What is this magical product that is going to change my life? And very rarely does it turn out to be something magical. Usually it's something that's been around for freaking ever. And it's like, Great Lash or something, you know what I mean? Like, it's something like really, like that's it. That's the thing. So in this case, this is the thing. It is the NYX, the brow glue. That is the product. And that's the spoiler. That's what it is. Where did they get the 10,000 people are obsessed with this from? Amazon reviews. That's where they got this from. 10,500 5-star ratings on Amazon is what they say. It's like, and now it's funny because the number 10,000 on social media used to mean so much. And I think for some people it still does, but I feel like 10,000 doesn't feel like that, especially when we know that Amazon reviews aren't necessarily trustworthy all the time. These may be, they may not be, I don't know, but they may not be. So it's a great title. It's a great title. How actually epic this product is, who knows? They did do a review of it for the article. The person who wrote the article did a review of it, and of course they really liked it. But yeah, I don't know if that's going to change my life. The NYX. Have you tried this? The NYX brow glue. It's like every week there's a new like fantastic product everybody needs to know about. And you know what I just noticed about my brows? So okay. Let's talk brows for a quick sec. Actually, we'll talk about my lopsided brows in just a second that you're not going to be able to stop looking at. But let me see what y'all are saying before we move on. Samantha, thank you for becoming a member of the Collective Brain Elite. I really want to start doing some live streams. The problem with doing live streams for members is that I want it to be on a schedule. And if it's on a schedule, then I have to make sure that I'm there. And me committing to a slot of time is very scary for me, because if I say I'm going to be there, I'm going to be there. and like making sure that I can be there. But that's something I really want to do for members, is do some members only live streams scheduled. So y'all know when they are, and you can come if you can come, maybe in the evening. I think that would be great. Like a 7 o'clock, something like that, or 6 o'clock, so that West Coast people can show up. And it's not too terribly, well, West Coast 6, 5. Yeah. So it will be maybe like 7. So then that 7 or 8. So that would be like 5 o'clock West Coast time. I don't know. It's so hard. It's so hard, but I would love to start doing that. Yes, Beatrice. My 90s were crop tops, plaid shirts tied around the waist, and combat boots. Yes, me too. I had my little crop top. I had this red flannel that I loved. I had a red one and I had a blue and black one that I loved, tied around the waist, and the little cutie little tank top, crop top thing. It was a thing. So I'm not the only one that remembers Fredericks of Hollywood clothing. Definitely shopped there for high school. Never been photogenic. So if we had social media, I wouldn't have posted many pictures, I don't think. Gotcha, Joe. Aaron says, I hate clickbait like that. Call it short attention span, but I don't have the capacity to scroll through long articles to get to a simple point that could have been said at the beginning. You know what really does that is recipes. Oh my gosh, I am so thankful for the jump to recipe button, because why do I need to read for 9 minutes about a recipe? Like the way that it's dragged out, like I'm so glad you're passionate about your recipe, but this is a lot. This is a lot. Does anybody actually read those? Maybe people do. Maybe people appreciate it. All right. Liberty says the brow glue does work well. Yay. Fantastic. Elizabeth, the brow glue is just okay for me. It's very thick and sticky. Good to know. Kim says the glue cannot create brow hairs. LOL. Maybe they added demi-wispies. Kim, the shade. The shade. Maybe they did add demi-wispies to their brows. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, Mari says, use Pears soap. I don't know anything about that. Cheap and effective. Just ask Bailey. I will. Dion says, I use Got to Be glue. Works wonderfully, much cheaper. I've heard wonderful things about that product, that it's fantastic. I've never purchased it, but I've heard that it's just a thing. You spray it in your brow, in your spoolie, and just go bloop, bloop, and you're done. And like easy and fantastic. Tanya says, I don't like the brow glue, but I have thin, light brows, and I found it too messy, not pigmented enough, but some with thick brows may like it. Nice. Hey, Alex says, I have it and didn't like it. It was too thick. Gotcha. So let's start. My brows today have an issue because they're lopsided, and it's driving me absolutely bonkers. Did I leave my brow stuff over here? Bloop, bloop. Of course I can't find it. Why would I be able to find it when I want it? The Ulta stuff. Oh my gosh. So here it is right here. You see how this side is brushed up more than the other side. And I feel like I need to fix that. This is the wonkiest freaking brow brush ever. But this stuff is growing on me. Let me see if I can get them to go up a little more. I think that I just don't have as many hairs on this side. How's that? Oh wait, did I do the wrong side? I did. Because the camera's backwards, so I did the wrong side. And now I made the bushier side even bushier. There we go. Well, no. Come on. They're not matching. Oh my gosh. I just totally, look. Now I'm Groucho Marxing it. This is live, and this is not what I intended. Girl, what did I do? What did I do? I totally just, hold on. We're going to fix this. We're going to make it better. This needs to go away because this is trouble. Hold on. I'm grabbing a random spoolie and see if I can fix it before it dries. Oh, goodness. Okay. All right. We're having a brow emergency. I'm so Groucho Marxing it on this side. Goodness gracious. This is what happened to me when I was getting ready for What's Up in Makeup to film it yesterday. What is going... Now I look ridiculous. Okay, you're going to have to just look at me like this because it's out of control and I can't fix it live. I look nuts. I look ridiculous. If you are listening to this, you are missing out. What is even happening? We're just gonna leave it alone because this is the problem with brow gel. This is the problem. Okay, so this is one of the Ulta worst rated products, right? The Ulta Fiber Brow Tint. There are fibers in this. It will add extra stuff going on, obviously, and it is no joke. I'm not wearing a brow pencil. This is just this product, and it's very, very Corey says Groucho Marx. Oh my gosh. So this is intense. This is out of control. And the thing is it's stiff. It's stiff. And once it gets in place, it is not moving. Like you could go in a tornado, in a wind tunnel, and your eyebrows are gonna come out looking exactly the freaking same because this stuff is no joke. It is no joke. I'm still learning how to use it, and y'all are gonna have to just look at me. I'm sorry. I apologize. I apologize for my eyebrows. My point is that, you know, brows are difficult to work with, and it's good to be able to find a brow gel that works for you. And if this article, I tried the $9 eyebrow glue that 10,000 people are obsessed with, and it makes my sparse brows look much fuller. If that makes you like find something that adds value to your life, that's fantastic. But I feel like these articles sometimes are just a little too much for me. They're just a little too much. Yeah, Jess says, it's so funny how a little tint changes your brow so much. I know, right? I know. Okay, so Cynthia says I need to put on the Shrek ears if I can find them. I might have taken them up to wash them because I try to wash my stuff pretty often. What did I do with them? Oh, sheep. I almost cussed. I'm not supposed to cuss in live streams. Where? I don't know where they are. What did I do with them? They're neon green. They're hard to lose. But of course I lose them because I have ADHD and I don't put anything away. I found the bear ears though. Here are the bear ears, but it's not the same effect. It's a different effect. I don't know, man. I don't know where they are. That makes me sad because that would have been good. And I have the FBI hat. That doesn't match either. Yes, Isla says I aspire to have the thickest Elizabeth Taylor eyebrows. She had great brows. Yeah, she passed away, right? I think so. This one, Bree says, brow emergency, brow emergency. Yeah, sisters, not twins, Elizabeth. I need to embrace that. All right, so we are about halfway through. So let's just take, since we're already talking about what's on my face, let's just talk a little bit more real quick, and then we'll go into the other articles. So the big one I want to talk about after this is the Daily Beast one, which is about PFAS, the quest to purge cosmetics of cancer-causing forever chemicals. We're going to talk about the issue with that freaking article because I got issues with it. All right, so let's talk about what's on my face today. So on my eyes today, I played with this palette, this Italian Spritz palette. This is PR from Too Faced. I found that for me, I'm missing some shades in here as far as to like make it like the way that I like to do makeup. It's all very mid-tone. There are a couple of deeper shades, and of course there's this one lighter shade, but it's a very mid-tone palette overall. So I feel like I need to reach into other palettes. I just kind of glanced around to see like what I had that I could use. So I used, this is from ColourPop. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I purchased this. I think this was before I was on ColourPop PR. I used this shade in the inner corner to just kind of balance out the blue from the Italian Spritz palette because there's no lighter shimmer shade in here. They're all mid-tone to deep shimmer shades, except for the blue. And I didn't want to do blue and blue. I wanted to like mix it up a little bit. But so, I mean, it's a good palette. It's just, you just have to understand the color story has limitations as far as the depth and dimension, as far as light to deep that you can do with just using that palette. But a lot of us have other palettes and people don't necessarily need just to pull from one singular palette. On my lips today, I'm still playing with these lip injections. All this Too Faced stuff because they've actually been sending me PR. Too Faced lip injection, excuse me. Too Faced lip injection extreme lip shaper. These are painful, dude. They are freaking painful. Like it took a while for me to not be uncomfortable. You know, I'm all about the textures on my face. Some textures I cannot stand. These are not comfortable. I feel like they last on the lips longer than the lip glosses, the lip injection lip glosses. They do not, it does not feel good. I don't think it actually plumps in my opinion. It may, but I don't think it necessarily does. That's all I have on my lips today is this one shade. This is called Puffy Nude. Is the shade I have on. I didn't put anything else on with it because I wanted to see how it would feel after a while. And of course, usually lip liners, you put something on over top anyway, but I just decided to do just that to see what was going to happen. And it's dry. It feels dry, but logically I should put something on over top of it. So just so you know, on its own is dry as hell and it's painful for like half an hour after you put it on. I also put up a TikTok about these with a short review of them. If you're curious, more information about these, TikTok, I'm Jen Loves Reviews over there if you want to check it out. As far as two other products I want to mention to you, we talked about this in my worst rated products at Ulta video. This is the Cheek Dew Serum Blush by ColourPop. This was set in PR. This, I like it. I think it looks really pretty today. I do think that it is a lighter pigmentation though. It's not the Rare Beauty pigmentation. That stuff is out of control. Like this is definitely a lighter pigmentation. So you just have to kind of be aware of that when you buy those. And then on my lashes, another PR. Oh my gosh, guys, watch out for this mascara. This is going to be the next big mascara. Watch it happen. This is the Essence Lash Like a Boss mascara. This is going to be the next big one. You know, Essence Lash Princess, how that like blew up? This is going to be the next big one. I have tried so many Essence mascaras. They have probably sent me every single mascara, and I will tell you how many of them I like. I like the Lash Princess. That's it. I don't like the pink one. I like the green one, the purple one, and the peachy looking one. Those are the three Essence mascaras I like. I don't like any of the other ones. All the other ones are, to me, don't do anything. They're not much. This is one of the most volumizing mascaras I have ever used. It is freaking phenomenal. The length, not so much. If I could have this in the It Cosmetics Superhero have a baby, we would have the perfect mascara, I think, because I think It Cosmetics Superhero is like really strong in length, but the volume is just not there for me. This is all volume. Let me show you this wand. This wand feels so good on the lashes. It's just poofy and cushy, and it's just perfect. It's perfect. And I know you can't really see my lashes right now because I have wimpy, stubby lashes. No mascara is ever going to make me look like I got fake lashes on. It's just not going to happen. But the volume on this and the way it comes to the lashes is absolute perfection. This, watch out for this. I'm telling you, this is going to be the next big thing. They just sent it out in PR. There's going to be more people talking about this if they give it a chance, because Essence mascaras, a lot of them are crap, honestly. So if people look at this and they're, oh, it's another Essence mascara, it's going to be crap, they're not going to try it. You're not going to hear about it. But if people give it a chance, I'm telling you, this is going to be the next big thing. And I forget how much it is, but it's freaking cheap. So, yes. And I'm being 100% with you on that, honestly. It is so good. It is so good. I wish I could show you. All right, let me scroll down quite a bit, and then let's move on to the next article. Hi, Sandra. Sandra says lip plumpers scare the bejesus out of me. I tried a brand last year, can't remember which, and my lips were on fire for several hours. I was in tears. Oh my gosh, the worst lip plumping product is the Milani XX whatever. Audra hated me for it. I forgot to tell them. I sent them a box of stuff because I get deeper skin tone people stuff all the time. And I need someone to give it to because there's no reason for me to be using these things. So I want them to have a good home. So I send a lot of them to Audra. So there were some lip colors of this Milani Max XX lip plumper stuff. And I sent it to Audra and I did not warn them. It is the most uncomfortable lip product I've ever tried in my freaking life. It's cold though, but it's cold all the time forever. And I hate it with my entire soul. Why did I send it to Audra? I don't know, but I'm so sorry. I should at least warn them. That was my fault. But yeah, lip plumpers can be extremely, extremely painful. Some people like it. Some people like the feeling. They enjoy that like painful, I don't know. Is that a sadist or a masochist? I always get them confused. I don't know if that's it or if it's just, some people just really like the sensation on their lips. Erin says, I find lip plumper doesn't work well for me as someone with a double lip line. When I use plumpers, it makes my double lips even less defined, which is annoying when I try to put on lipstick. Gotcha. Oh, Outrage and Grace says, you need to layer the Essence Lash Like a Boss and Maybelline Sky High together. Combo is amazing. I bet it is. I bet that's fabulous. I bet that's amazing. Audra Audra says, I was like, oh, Jen wants to end our friendship without telling me she don't like me anymore. It was my fault. I just sent it off and then I got distracted. And I forgot to tell you. It was my fault. It was my fault. All right, let's get into this. Oh, it's a masochist. Okay, I get him confused. Oh, no. All right, here we go. Let's talk about this Daily Beast article because, y'all, the PFAS stuff is out of control. Okay, it doesn't come from nowhere. Okay, there is evidence that PFAS, which is an ingredient, let me tell you what PFAS is. Okay, so PFAS, is an ingredient they use in so many freaking things. So I looked up on, just so that I had all the accurate information. It is from the EPA. This is where I got this information. The most prevalent source of PFAS is in drinking water. That is where we find it the most. It's also in food and food packaging, like microwave popcorn bags, candy wrappers, stuff like that. It's in household products. One of the first places I heard about it was non-stick cooking pans. Also furniture upholstery, anything that is supposed to be water repellent, water resistant, a lot of that has PFAS in it. And the thing that is identified all the time with PFAS is that it goes into the bloodstream and it doesn't, that's why they call it a forever chemical, because it remains in your bloodstream. Okay. The subheading on this says, as the cosmetic industry continues to grow, so does the presence of toxic PFAS in all of our lives. Why does the beauty business continue to use these chemicals? The reason why is because it works well as far as waterproofing of cosmetics. That's why. There is a concern with them because it has been shown that in high levels, PFAS can increase the likeliness of cancer. It is true. It is real. But the adults who have higher levels of PFAS that lead to these kinds of problems are people who work in these factories that manufacture and handle these chemicals. This is just like any other danger. It's the dose that makes the poison. It's the more exposure, then you are more likely to have adverse effects. If you have less exposure, you're going to have less adverse effects. So if you are concerned about it, PFAS is usually straight up on the ingredient level. You'll see PFAS. It's there. Like, there's no code word, there's no code name. There may be code names that I'm not aware of, but I have seen PFAS on cosmetic packaging in the ingredient list. If you don't want to use it, if you want to limit your exposure, absolutely go for it. You want to stay away from waterproof mascaras because they're in most waterproof mascaras. They're in a lot of foundations. They're in a lot of, what's the other one? Hold on. Mascara, foundations, and lip products. Okay. But really and truly, the biggest place you're going to get it from is packaging of is the water that we're drinking. I don't know if there's any kind of test that you can do at home to see if there's PFAS in the water. I did not look into that, so that may perfectly exist. One thing that's really good is that the EPA says that the biggest concern is the drinking water, and they announced the first federal limit on PFAS in drinking water. They're actually going to start imposing. This just happened on March 14th of 2023. They're going to start making water filtration places deal with this, and there is now a limit to how much can be in drinking water. So why this is problematic is because it makes people it makes people freak out over makeup when that is not the biggest concern. There's so many bigger concerns. Like, if you don't have PFAS in your water, in your makeup isn't going to make any freaking difference. But would it be the thing that pushes you over as far as the levels that are in your body? We don't know. There's so much in science that we just don't know. So I think that having that kind of article, like basically making you think that it's the makeup and only the makeup that is causing this in your body, is problematic. It's an issue. It's misleading. It's scares people. It leads to clean beauty mythology, where we think that if it isn't labeled clean beauty, then it is dirty beauty. And even clean beauty could have PFAS in it. That's what it comes down to, is because there's no regulation for clean and what that means when it comes to cosmetics. So you could get a beauty product labeled clean or natural or whatever, because none of that's not regulated. and it have PFAS in it. So you really have to, if you're personally concerned about this, looking at your ingredient list and seeing before you buy it. And it's just, it's one of the things I think we have to individually choose how we're going to address this in our own lives. So how about this is a great question. So what they do, it's not a preservative. It is a water repelling agent. So its job is to, like in a nonstick pan, it's the nonstick coating. In a chip bag or like a candy wrapper or whatever, it's helping the caramel in your candy wrapper, not stick to the candy wrapper. It gives a glossy finish. It's a coating that they use, and it's freaky because it does stay in our system. But the thing is again the dose that makes the poison of whether it is going to actually cause problems or not for you individually. And I think that water thing is the big issue, is the water. Yeah, Yessel says it's what Teflon pans are coated in. I believe it's part of why the water's polluted in the first place. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I haven't verified this, but Fat Girl Slim says they've even linked milk to cancer. Love your life. I know. And there's live your life is probably what you're saying. Yes, there's so many things that they've linked to cancer, and it's hard to know what to take seriously and what not to take seriously. That's why these articles are so important, to be accurate and to not fearmonger in the wrong direction, because people start losing trust. There's so many things that are linked to problems in our lives, but really we don't know. Elizabeth, similar thing. I'm at the point where I feel like everything has something in it that could kill me. I'm just going to do what I like. Yeah. So the same thing as Fat Girl Slim is saying. Exactly. Same thing. But yeah, so one thing that I looked at that was in that EPA article, it's linked down below. It says, according to the EPA, adults who have higher levels of PFAS in their system are industrial workers involved in making or processing PFAS-containing products. So this was really weird. Strangely, they also mentioned pregnant and lactating women. Listen to why. This is weird. Because they tend to drink more water per pound of body weight. You would think that it would be like athletes, because like athletes tend to drink more water per pound of body weight, but it's the water. It's not beauty influencers using a ton of makeup. You know what I'm saying? It's not models. It's not like, people who wear tons of makeup. It's not drag performers, that are, having these elevated level of PFAS. It's people who drink a lot of water. So I really need to look into this. I'm very curious whether there is a test you can do to test your drinking water. I know we're on a well water system, so I don't know how that works as far as a well water system when it comes to that stuff. I'm definitely gonna have to look into it more. But my issue is that the title of this freaking article is "The Quest to Purge Cosmetics Over Cancer-Causing Forever Chemicals." I feel like that's misleading. I think that's messed up. So, yeah. Hi, Indigo. Indigo says, I've gotten more cautions about burning candles, using air fresheners, etc. Also, Home Depot does free residual water testing. Not sure if it tests for PFAS. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, I've heard a lot about candles too, about certain types of wax and certain fragrances being bad for you. I mean, there's so many things. Like, everything's trying to kill us. That's what it comes down to. And it's like, how do you know what to take seriously? How do you even know? I don't know. But it's annoying. It's very annoying. Okay, so there's two more articles, and they really have to do, well, let's do the InStyle article. The next InStyle article is the 10 best makeup products with SPF of 2023, tested and reviewed. It says, out of 36 products tested, these 10 deliver a healthy boost of SPF and make skin look beautiful. And the problem with this is that we all know that SPF in cosmetics is not what we need in our lives. Yeah, if you're not wearing anything, absolutely, makeup with SPF, fantastic, way better than nothing. But we really need to be wearing something else, because the number one cause of skin cancer is sun exposure. And the number one way that we are aging our skin, if that's your concern, is sun exposure. So even in the wintertime, we're wearing our sunscreen. It's very important for both cosmetic reasons, if that's what you're into, or health reasons. And that's something that's been proved for a very, 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 very long time. That's something we should genuinely be concerned about, is sun exposure on our skin. No matter what your skin tone, no matter what your skin type, no matter where you live on this planet, it's very, very important to wear sunscreen. So I feel like the title was a little bit like, it's like, you know, best makeup products with SPF, like that matters. But one thing I really appreciate about this article is the very first paragraph. They start with, when it comes to sun protection, nothing can or should ever replace a heaping dose of sunscreen. After all, it's our number one defense against cancer, not to mention a slew of superficial hazards like fine lines and wrinkles. To make a long story short, applying face sunscreen should be a non-negotiable step in every skincare routine. And I just went, yay, nice job. I loved how they put it right at the top, where unless you're just straight up scrolling for the pics, like the very first paragraph, it's right there for you, which made me really, really happy to see. So I felt like that was extremely responsible of the writer for InStyle to do that. Again, the articles are linked below. I didn't make note of the authors' names, but they're easy to find in the video description of this video. So, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff in there. They have powder foundations, Color Science Unforgettable Total Perfection Color Balm SPF 50. It's mostly loose powders and foundations. Yeah. It's pretty much all. There's a lip balm, MD Solar Sciences. I'm pretty sure this may be because this is the thing, is even though they don't say that these articles are sponsored, I believe these are probably all affiliate links. It's like Dermstore. I know I did a sponsor video for Dermstore. Their affiliate links pay out pretty well. Nordstrom's affiliate links pay out pretty well. They have Target, different things like that. So the reason why a lot of these articles exist, and something to keep in mind, is that the news, somebody over, we don't know who, but somebody over there is making the cash from the affiliate links. That's kind of the point of it. So yeah, I mean, they're good recommendations. I'm glad that they did it, but it's really, really important to understand that these do have a limit. And if you are, like I said, if you're not a sunscreen wearer, then these are definitely better than nothing. So, all right, hold on a second. Christy wants to know where my top is from What's Up in Makeup. I forget what I wore yesterday. What did I wear? I don't remember. Let me look, because I don't remember. What was I wearing? Oh, I hit the wrong button. Hold on. I have my keyboard over here, and it's balancing on a can of hairspray because I'm so organized. All right. Oh, you know, I don't know. That is an old shirt. It's like a tie-dye reddish, I guess it's tie-dye reddish kind of sweater. I have no idea. That shirt is so freaking old. I don't know. I could look and put it in the video description. I'll go up and look, and if I can find it, I will put it in the video description if it has on the tag where it's from. It may be Stitch Fix, to be honest. It may be, because pretty much all the clothes I wear now are from Stitch Fix. I think it might be, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. All right, the last article. The last article I found, yes, right here, Corey. The affiliate links are the point of those articles, and the ads on the articles. Yes, 100%. Absolutely. Samantha says, I never deliberately tan and I have pretty good skin for my age. Yay, good for you. That's fantastic. I definitely fell into the trap. 100%. Absolutely. All right, so the last article is the first one listed in the description box. It was the first article that popped up, which I was kind of surprised that this was the first article. It's from People Magazine. Listen to this. Elevate your smoky eye and sculpted brows with these 10 makeup subscription boxes. I was like, that's interesting that because subscription boxes, you get different things every month. So they don't necessarily elevate your smoky eye or your sculpted brow. It depends on what's in them. So I feel like that's kind of misleading, but they had to have some kind of hook. They're not going to put, you know, the best 10 makeups, our favorite 10 makeup subscription boxes, I guess, just isn't as engaging. So they're trying to capture the people who are looking for the smoky eye and the sculpted brows, I guess. But what really surprised me were the brands that were mentioned. It really surprised me. Let me show you. I was shocked. Look at this. These are according to People, the best makeup subscription boxes of 2023. Look fantastic. is the best assortment. Best value, New Beauty test tube. Really? Really? Best personalization is Ipsy. Best for full-size products, BoxyCharm. Best for beginners, Macy's Beauty Box. Best for drugstore makeup is Walmart Beauty Box. Best for cruelty-free makeup is Kinder Beauty Box. Most affordable luxury makeup is Petite Vour. I think I said that wrong and I apologize. I forgot to look it up beforehand. Best for holistic makeup, Nourish Beauty Box. And best indie makeup brand is Tribe Beauty Box. I was just very surprised. I honestly did not know New Beauty Test Tube was still around. And it is. I actually clicked on all of the links because I was curious how much the prices are for all of those, because I didn't know that these were things. Like I pretty much only knew, I know FabFitFun because I do sponsor videos with them. I know Ipsy, I know BoxyCharm, and that's kind of my range right now as far as, an Allure Beauty Box. And of course, Allure Beauty Box isn't going to be in there because they're a publication competitor. So I would imagine they're not going to mention, people's not going to mention the Allure Beauty Box. All right, so Look Fantastic. It says worth over $70. It says the March Beauty subscription box. Take your I said regime. Take whatever that word, I thought it'd be regimen, but it doesn't say, I don't know. To new heights with, I'm hyper-focusing on something not important. To new heights with 6 beauty discoveries. Subscribe now and get your first beauty box for $19. So 1 month renewal plan is $19. 3 months is $18. 6 months is $17. And 12 months is $16 per month. And it says it's over $70, which is less of a value than BoxyCharm claims to have. And what did they call that one? They called that one the best assortment. So I'm curious to know if you've ever gotten that, if you agree with that. As far as New Beauty Test Tube, they said this one was the best value. It says the greatest full-size products value at $350. Delivered 4 times a year right to your doorstep. Okay, so for the membership, annual is $50.15 per tube, $200 annually. That's for the annual membership. For seasonal, you're paying $59 per tube. Even though it's not even a tube, it's a box. It's a long rectangular box. It used to actually be a tube. $59 per tube, billed quarterly. If you get 2 of the tubes, it's a $118 for 2 of them. 4 of them is $200. Well, that's the same. Isn't that the same freaking thing? 4 of them or quarterly. They just present it in 2 different ways. So weird. So weird. But my big issue back when I used to review New Beauty Test Tube back in like 2014 was that it was repetitive. We would get the same products over and over and over. If you want to see Baby Jen, you can go back to my New Beauty Test Tube reviews. I was very dramatic. I'm just letting you know. I yelled at the camera and I was very dramatic. I hadn't found my conversation voice yet, okay? But yeah, I mean, it was just, I don't know. Yeah. Oh, Christy apparently has a good point. Let's read what Christy says. I think people are done with monthly, quarterly subscriptions. I don't know. I think it just depends on the person. I'd be curious to hear you elaborate on that because I'm sure there's more to that logic. Elizabeth says, I'm just over beauty boxes in general. I'd rather take the money and buy one thing I really want. And I think there are a lot of people that feel that way because you get tired. You get tired of like getting a box and being like, I can't use any of this. Or I already have products in all of these categories that I like. I don't need this. And now I've just wasted $50 or $30 or whatever it is when I could have just bought something that I really wanted. I think the pull of subscription boxes is that it seems like you're getting a value because the retail value of each item is less. But if you're never going to use the products, then you're wasting your money, and it's that wanting the deal, which is what always pulled me into subscription boxes, is the wanting the deal. Jody says, I found Look Fantastic box to be very overpriced. That's great to know. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Liberty says, I didn't know Walmart had a beauty box. I didn't know about most of those. I'll be looking into those. The article with all the links is down below for you. So when you go, Ipsy and BoxyCharm, as you know, have officially like merged. Ipsy had bought BoxyCharm a while ago, but now they have merged. So Ipsy is still the glam bag with the smaller, like deluxe samples, smaller products. BoxyCharm is the bigger, full-size products. And $28 a month for BoxyCharm. Now it says boxycharm.ipsy.com is the website. And then the glam bag, the smaller one, is $13 a month. It says starting at $13 a month. So I would imagine that's the annual subscription. Macy's Beauty Box, I did not know was a thing. This says... oh, it's $15 a month. Be the first in line for Macy's Beauty Box to get your May box. So this is new, apparently. This is the May Beauty Box. It says subscribe now, $15 a month. 5 deluxe samples plus 1 bonus. And then $5 off your next beauty purchase at Macy's. See, that's really freaking smart. So you get the beauty box for $15, and then you get a $5 coupon for Macy's beauty stuff. That is so smart to get people to shop at the Macy's beauty stuff. That's smart. Wow, good job, Macy's, on your manipulative marketing tactics. But yeah, I mean, that sounds kind of cool. Maybe I'll get that just to try it. It says $15 a month. So maybe I'll get like one and we'll see how it goes. I don't know. I think that's neat. And then the Walmart one is only $6.98. That's kind of cool. 4 seasons, 4 boxes, 4 times per year. You'll receive an assortment of new beauty products and helpful tips delivered right to your door. So that's kind of nice. I did get that a couple of times. That does include shipping too. So that's nice. I did get that a couple of times and I liked it. It's really sample-y stuff though. I mean, it's not, you don't get a ton of stuff for the $7, but it is nice to try different things. And go back over to you all because I don't want to miss what you're saying because that's important. We're almost out of time. No, I hate being almost out of time. These are too fun. Catherine's not an Ipsy fan. Not at all. Yeah, Diana says, my problem is I think they overvalue the products, and I think you're right. I do. Do you remember in BoxyCharm a while ago when they had that gold, what was it, like a gold moisturizer or something? And people found it on like Alibaba for like $2 or something, and they were saying it was a retail price of like $100 or something obnoxious. I don't remember, but it was like a whole thing about the overvaluing of certain products. And then there was the drama with, what was it? Storybook Cosmetics, how the palette that they made for BoxyCharm was manufactured at a different lab than their regular palettes. And that was a whole drama. That was a whole thing. So yeah, I mean, and then we had drama for a while where the ingredient lists were different. So, and I was calling that out. I would get FabFitFun. I'll be like, this ingredient list is different than the one you get in the store, just so you know, if you go on the store shelf. I haven't seen that in a long time, though. I still check every FabFitFun. I haven't seen that in a long time. I think they stopped doing it because the thing is it's expensive to be in a beauty box. Like, you have to give it to them. Well, this is what way it was explained to me a long time ago. And I don't know if it's still done like this or not, but the way it was explained to me by an insider that worked at a beauty box, the way it was explained to me is that you sell the item. So like, let's say I want to put this Jones Road. What is this? This was set in PR. I just have to disclose that. This is the bronzer by Jones Road. Let's say I want to put this in a beauty box. And let's say, I don't know the retail cost on these. There's what, like $30, something like that. Let's say it cost me $5 to make this product. I sell this to the box for $5. I make zero profit on it. The point of it is to expose your brand to other, to expose people to your brand so they can have a positive experience so that maybe they'll buy things from your brand in the future. I don't know if every box worked like that, but that was the way this particular box worked. And the problem is that the cost of the product sometimes was so much more that they couldn't afford to be in. They had to keep the price of the product. So like, let's say the cost of this eyeshadow palette to make, I'm just making it up. Let's say the cost of this eyeshadow product to make is $8, right? But the subscription box, their cap for how much they'll pay for an item is $5. They won't pay over $5 for an item because they got to keep their costs down because they're only charging people so much for it. So you can't like make the box like what's in the box. You can't have that cost the subscription box company more than people are paying for the box, right? So if this cost me $8 to make, the box won't buy it. because they can't afford the $8 per item because it's not a profit for them. So I need to figure out a way to make this palette cheaper. And I just picked this up. This is not related to this particular product. So the way that I do that is I manufacture a run of it with cheaper ingredients so that I can afford to be in this box. But then you could be sacrificing quality. So your goal is in that, if you're being, you're the moneymaker over here at the beauty brand, is to lower the cost of the ingredients without lowering the quality. And that's kind of how it worked, according to this one insider person that I had talked to years ago. And that's how I think we ended up with that Storybook Cosmetics palette that was made in a different lab. They had to make it cheaper in order to get into the box. So yeah. That's how all of that works. And like the more expensive boxes, like the New Beauty test tube that they're charging $50 a tube, they can afford to put more products in there. They can afford to pay more for the individual products because they're charging more for the box. It's a balance. It's all a balance. I can't even imagine the nightmare it is to run a subscription box like that. I cannot even freaking imagine, like, all of the things to go into. I can't even imagine. Yeah, I just saw Audra, I hope you don't mind that I click on this, that Audra is gonna stop doing beauty content on YouTube. And it makes me sad. We've talked about it quite a bit, but I understand. And hopefully they'll make a video explaining why they're not going to do beauty content anymore. And we've had this conversation about this. So I don't want to steal their story, but if you're curious about that, hopefully Audra will share why they're not making beauty content anymore. But their beautiful face and their beautiful looks, I'm sure, will still be around. Definitely follow Audra on Instagram as well. Instagram and also on TikTok. They put up some very funny TikToks. So follow them over there. But unfortunately, it is time for us to go. Now it's time to say goodbye. It is 1 hour and 1 minute in, so I want to respect your time, the moderator's time, and pop off of here. Oh, yay. Real quick. SJ just ordered the 4 Sigma brushes from my video. Yay. Oh, I hope you love the Sigma brushes. Sigma brushes are on sale. Code GenLove is my code. I forgot to put it in the video description. I need to do that when I get off here. I always say I'm going to put my codes in, then I forget. So yes. So if you want Sigma brushes, you can use code GenLove and I get a little commission, but they're having a big sale on brushes. And my recommendations are in What's Up and Makeup in the sales section today. So, I'm just clicking things haphazardly. All right, I should go. But so much love. Oh, don't say, why are you saying sorry? I love you. I love you. But it's a sad story and it makes sense. Sometimes you just have to make the choices that are best for you. And sometimes you just have to make choices that are hard to make. But hopefully you all will go over and check out Audra's YouTube channel because they deserve it. And they're amazing and they work so hard and they're fabulous. So, all right, I'm going to go. Thank you for being here. Mad love to you. We will be back next week at 5 p.m. Eastern time. And then the following week, there won't be a chat because it is Easter Sunday, I believe. Let me just make sure. Yes, on the 9th, we will not be here. And then the 16th, I believe, is going to be a 5 p.m. chat, I believe. But I will let you know. I will keep you posted. Have a wonderful week. Mad love to you. And I will see you in a video very, very soon. Bye.